Do I have everybody's attention now? Yo, it's Joe, and today, my very first official YouTube video, not my introduction, but my very first official video, I thought I'd do what every other YouTuber does, and that's a Q&A. I'm relevant as fuck!
So, Joe, the very first question we're going to ask today is this. From TM, what is the best holiday you've ever been on?
The best holiday I've ever been on was in 2017. I was on a cruise ship with my dad, and we went from Spain to France back to England. And hands down, touch wood, best holiday I've ever been on, because I've never experienced so much freedom on a holiday in my entire life. It was absolutely hysterical, freeing, and so beautiful. The scenery, the craziness, the camaraderie, the friendship, the love, everything that I experienced on that cruise ship was phenomenal.
Who inspires you in life? Ooh, this should be a good one. I hope you say Stewie.
Yes, definitely Stewie. But also, I draw most of my inspiration from the people closest to me, like my family and my friends. People who drive to see me succeed, and they feel happy for when I succeed, and I feel happy when they succeed. And friends and family, most definitely, from the people at the Redbridge Drama Centre to the people at college, to the people that I've met throughout my life, and to my family. They are my biggest inspirations because I've known them the longest, and they've known me through thick and thin. They've been with me through my good times and my bad times. So I definitely say that my family and my friends, and yes, Stewie, is my biggest inspiration in life.
What made you start YouTube?
That one's actually kind of a funny story because back in 2017, again, I was involved with a bet with my friend Zin back in secondary school, and I put a bet on Arsenal, he put a bet on Manchester United, and the person, or the team, I should say, that didn't finish in the top four would have to start a YouTube channel and stick with it. And obviously, Arsenal didn't finish in the top four that season, so here we are 3 years later.
What's the most painful experience you've ever faced?
Ooh, most painful experience I've ever faced. Yeah, dislocating my knee. Zzz, knees. I've done both of them a grand total of 5 times, and I guarantee you it's no walk in a picnic. It's not even a walk. It's just devastation, pain, and anger. And it bloody hurts. Mentally and physically, it's taxing. I've dislocated them from me being stupid, to me being not careful, to me overstretching, to me trying to do an overhead kick, and failing monumentally. But yeah, dislocating both my knees, not at the same time, but through different periods. Yeah, they're never fun. They're never fun. They hurt like hell. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend them. They hurt like hell. Don't do it. Dislocating your knees, it sucks.
When did you start learning voices? And what made you start learning all your voices, accents, and impressions?
Ooh, that's a good one, huh? Laddie, you've asked a good question. Because I can't tell you. I can't tell you when I started doing these voices, accents, and impressions. They just started. Like the voices in my head, like Randy Orton. The voices started in my head and I've never stopped. So, for example, I've always found movies, TV shows, and all that kind of jazz so awe-inspiring and beautiful. And I've always just mimicked it. And it was always so much fun to me because if I learned this kind of voice or this kind of accent or impression, I thought I achieved something. And it might not have been money wise or just love wise. It was just something that I thought was a personal gain to me, and I always loved it. And when I started and acted professionally, back in secondary school, when I found out that I had a knack for it and I had a passion for it and I had a love for it, I just took the ball and I ran with it, and I've never stopped running with it. I've got the ball now, and the voices, accents, and impressions are something that I've always been doing. I think if I could give you a specific number of when I started these voices, accents, and impressions, I would honestly tell you I started at probably the age of 4. 4 at best. And I have not stopped. And I'm keeping going with all of these voices, accents, and impressions because, you know what, I love doing them. And the day that I stop doing my voices, accents, and impressions is probably the day I die. And I ain't looking to do that for another 102 years. That's just a little sense of humor on my part. But yeah, voices, accents, and impressions are something that I love, and will always love. Because, you know, to quote Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, what's your favorite drama performance you've ever done?
I've got 3 pieces that I love. And one of them was back in secondary school, year 10, we did a improvisation piece back in World War Two. It was between me, my friend Lee, and my friend Will. And we were just having fun with it. We were just bringing in so many 21st century references, pop culture references into the 1940s. And within the dreary time of World War Two, we were trying to make it as comedic as possible with adding so much shock value to it. And I just remember every time coming into drama having fun, just dressing up as a man from the 1940s and having fun with my 2 friends. And when it come to performing the piece, it was just a laugh, and we were trying to contain ourselves from laughing the entire time. One of my other favourite pieces was my very first piece at the Redbridge Drama Centre, which was Arabian Nights. I played 3 or 4 characters in that show, and all of them had different voices, and all of it was fun. I remember one part I had a maybe 30-minute speaking part, and I did it in a South American, or I should say Southern American accent. And I just remember going there for the very first time, being scared out of my mind. I was hoping that I'd be successful there, and I'd hoped that I would be accepted by the people who I was acting with. And within the first day of me stepping foot in the Redbridge Drama Centre, I've been in love with the people, and I've been in love with the directors, and I've been in love with everything that it's offered me. And Arabian Nights was my very first show, and after the very first show that we did, I promised myself this would not be the last, that I would come back for more, and I would act with these people for the rest of my life, because these guys are so professional, they are so loving and so caring, and I guarantee you these people are some of the closest friends I've got at this moment in time, and I love them to bits. Which moves me on to my other favourite show, which was These Bridges. It was a post-apocalyptic version of London. London's been flooded, and the Thames barrier has been broken up. People on the underground have turned into lifeless zombies, and it was so much fun because it was a funny piece, but it was a very dramatic piece as well. It was funny just to mess about with everyone on stage again, and it was so cool to meet the new people who were joining, and it was fun just to be a part of. I base most of my scripts and boast about them a lot, definitely, but I do base a lot of my scripts and most of my characters on how much fun they'll be. And with Arabian Nights, I chose the 3 characters that I was looking at, and if I got one of them, I would have been happy, but I got all 3 of the characters that I got to play, and I was happy about that. I'd like to take this time as well to apologize to one of my best friends, Sebi. Every time that I've gone up for a character, he's gone up for the same character and I've taken it from him. I've done it in every single show. I've done it for Arabian Nights, These Bridges, and our most recent show that we're still doing, The It. I'm sorry, Sebi. It's on YouTube now, so just know that I love you. I'm sorry that I keep taking your parts, bro.
This next question needs a very dramatic voice. When it's go time, you're focused on getting it done, whether it's college, drama, or getting ready for a match. What are your 5 best songs to listen to?
Motorhead the Game, Phenomenal by CFOS, Lose Yourself Eminem, Are You On 10 Yet? Kendrick Lamar, and I need 5. Are You Ready for a Good Time by AC/DC? Those are my 5 songs that I always listen to, or I attempt to listen to, before getting ready for a show, whether I'm getting ready for a match, whether I'm getting ready for college. Those are the 5 songs that I like to listen to. Mainly these 2, which is The Game by Motorhead, which is Triple H's theme song. I absolutely love that headbanger of a song. And, of course, AJ Styles' theme song. Yes, it's wrestling, but it's meant to pump you up, and it does pump me up. You know what? I'm also going to add a 6th and a 7th. And this is Living Colour's Cult of Personality and Killswitch Engage, This Fire Burns. Those 2 songs as well, they will always get me pumped up for anything I have to do. It'll always get me into the best headspace I can be in for whenever I'm getting ready for a match, whether I'm getting ready for college, or whenever I'm about to step out on stage and I've got that time to compose myself. Those are the 7 songs instead of 5 that I prefer to listen to, or those kind of genres of songs that I like to listen to get myself ready, pumped up for whatever life is throwing at me.
What are you looking forward to most about next year in 2021?
In 2021, I'm going to be 20 years old, and that is staggering enough for me. I'm going to be 20, no longer a teenager. I will be 20 years old in September next year. That's probably what I'm looking forward to most. Turning 20 and just wreaking havoc. Should be a lot of fun.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh. In 5 years' time, I'll be 23, going 24. And I hope to have established myself as a well-known actor within the United Kingdom, and maybe even a well-known YouTuber by this point, or maybe even a well-known wrestler, because who knows what the future will bring for us. I have an idea of where I want to be within that time, within 2025. And I'm looking forward to what could happen within that time as well. Whatever happens, happens. And I look forward to it. I do, I really do. So whatever happens within those 5 years, it will be one hell of a journey, and most of it will probably be on YouTube, depending if I decide to sell out and become a vlogger. For money. Anyway, guys, that was my very first Q&A. I am sorry if this was a bit long. That's what she said. But it was something that was on my mind to do. Something I've always wanted to do. And I hope you liked it. And I hope that you enjoy the journey that we're all going to be on with this, whatever it is. So whenever this video comes out, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Peace!